What's up, it's Nez, and hello everyone, welcome back to Fatal 12. Last episode, while trying to investigate Keiko, the scary Indian man from our dreams came to the hospital, took some babies for hostage, and well, got all of Keiko's cards. When I wake up the next morning, I feel miserable. I didn't have any dreams last night. Well, I don't think I did anyway. There's no doubt they would have been nightmares, if I had any. Maybe that's why I don't remember. Well, yeah, there's nothing we can do for Keiko anymore, might as well get back to our daily routine. Fortunately, I'm able to get the store up and running like normal, probably because work should keep my mind off everything else. Back to work we go! To the Lion House. Before long, it's afternoon. The number of customers dropped significantly around this time thanks to the current lack of a proper food menu. Why, hello there, Keiko! And I assume you brought your baby? Would you like a cup of coffee before you die tonight? Kamebuchi Keiko arrives, her baby in her arms. I see no reason to turn them away, so I lead her to an empty table. She orders coffee, so I make sure to brew it like I always do. The last thing I want is to let any of my sadness or sympathy leak into it. Why, thank you! Aw, that's a cute baby. He has your hair! She doesn't order anything for the baby, which isn't surprising. Not like we have anything that a baby could enjoy in the first place. She's the only customer at the moment, so I accept her offer. Aw, you're flattering us!
どうしたんですか、急に。伝えておきたかったのよ。凛という字に火。でも、夢の世界で見たあなたは不安げなだけの子供で似合っていないって思っちゃったわ。ちょっと残念だって思ったの。全然凛としてないなって。
Hey, wait, is that a backhanded compliment? Well, whatever, I'll take it anyway. That's kind of annoying to hear, but I can't really argue with it. I really must have looked helpless in the dream world.
でもね。実際に会ったあなたは違った。あなたの瞳はあの世界の誰よりも凛としていた。あなたの言葉は誰よりも燃えていた。
Are you saying your final goodbye to us? Don't you have a husband or something?
恵子さんは名前は人に一生寄り添うものって言いましたね。実は私のおばあちゃんも名前に恥じないようにしなって口癖のように言っていました。
I never expected her to remind me of that.
いいおばあちゃんね。ずっと大切にするのよ。あなたの名前を。
Thank you, Oba-chan. She finishes off her coffee along with that train of thought.
一つお願いがあるの。
Let me guess. You want us to elect you.
お願いですか？ええ。この手紙を預かってほしいの。それで面倒かもしれないけれど、あなたに書き写してほしい。
Or maybe not.
夫と子供へのメッセージを書いたの。でも、私が脱落したら消えてしまうでしょ。
Oh, really? You're gonna give us that responsibility? You do know that if we get eliminated, the letter will also disappear. So great. Not only do we have to eliminate people, but we also have to carry on their hopes and dreams in our fight to survive. God damn it, game, you're making me feel things.
住所と宛名は中に書いてあるから、それを書いて送ってもらえればいいわ。今晩私が脱落すれば、明日は私が死んでから3週間ということでしょう。この子が生まれてから14日以内に出生届を出さないといけないから、もう名前は決まってしまっているでしょうけれど、せめて思いだけでも伝えたいの。
Don't worry, Keiko. We'll make sure your husband knows that you want to name your little baby boy Haruki. She avoids referring to Haruki by name for some reason. I can't claim to understand why, but I do recognize the reality that he won't have that name when she's eliminated.
諦めるんですか？いいえ。あの男の情報を3つ探し出せば身を守れる。これまでも調べなかったわけじゃないのよ。ほとんど結果は出なかっただけで、半ば諦めていたけど、これから今日一日は探すことにするわ。
That's absolutely great as long as you're not targeting us anymore.
でもきっと無理。それくらいわかるわ。
Oh, just spend the rest of your day with your baby.
手伝おうなんて言うのはダメよ。
I was never offering. Are you assuming?
言いませんよ。だってもしあの人に見つかったら今度こそ協力者だと思われます。そしたらそのまま私も狙われる。
You see, Rinka has the right idea.
私が脱落したら恵子さんのお願い聞けませんから。
ええ、ありがとうね。
She reveals a satisfied smile before continuing.
お礼になるかわからないけれど、私が唯一突き止めた情報を教えるわ。あの男の名前はアラン・スコーピオン。親から受け継いだ宝石会社をたった数年で世界規模の企業に持ち上げたインドの若き天才経営者だそうよ。
Alan Scorpion. That's the most un-Indian name I've ever heard. It's like the writers have never even met a real Indian person. Well, I haven't either, but I'm sure Scorpion isn't a surname.
顔さえわかればすぐに見つかる情報。インターネットにも書いてあるしね。
Oh, so he's famous. That'll make things easier.
偶然よ。雑誌に目を通していたら彼の写真が載っていたんだもの。選定が始まるずっと前に撮影したものでしょうけど。
アラン・スコーピオン。それがあの人の名前。
ええ、私が教えるのはこれだけ。あなたへのお礼よ。私の脱落が決まったわけではないものね。それに私はあなたにお願いをしたとはいえ、あなたにかけてもいるわ。
Don't worry, Keiko. We don't plan on dying anytime soon. There is no need for her to explain what she means. She's entrusted me with something important. I know exactly what that is, too.
それじゃあね。お願い。よろしくね。
And just like that, she leaves. All that remains behind is a letter. I don't feel any sort of pressure from having accepted it. In fact, shouldering her feelings has given me more hope than when I spend my time worrying about having to eliminate the other participants. I can understand what she wants precisely because we haven't spoken much.
リンと。
I take a nice big stretch. I'm on my own from this day forward. We really don't need to bring Naomi into all of this. So, flying solo we go! The last thing I want to do is bring shame to my name. When I return to my room later that night, my book of cards starts to glow again. 12. Name, Alan Scorpion. To no surprise, it turns out to be his name card. Keiko said that you could find him easily on the internet, so I run a quick search. Little did I expect this many results from a simple name search.
こんな簡単に。
Or so I think, but things get complicated very quickly. There's nothing on him from before he inherited the company at age 16, let alone anything related to how he may have died 3 weeks ago. No need to mention that his regret remains a complete mystery too. But knowing his occupation, where he's from, and especially his name is a big step forward. It may be worthwhile to head back to the library again and look through some newspapers and magazines. As for right now, I've got something more important to do, transcribing the letter from Keiko.
Yes.
Written on the paper are her thoughts and feelings towards her husband and child. She actually didn't write it herself, but as one of her friends. That means it'll be far less painful for her husband to read compared to one coming directly from her. Her writing is nice and tidy, just reading it feels like I'm getting a glimpse at the sort of life she led. I involuntarily tear up when I come to her message of thanks to me at the very end of the letter. The regret of a mother who couldn't fulfill her duty. The letter never makes it explicit, but those feelings are definitely imbued in her words. I wonder, is a mother's love represented by her determination to live for her child's sake? That would make love the first thing a child receives. I'm sure their name comes after. And their name represents their life, so I'm sure Keiko wants to bestow such a meaning onto her own child. Families work in a myriad of ways, but Keiko really is attached to the feelings behind one's name. That's why it ended up being her regret. I recall what she said about my name this afternoon. That's the one and only thing other than my life that I received from my mother, according to my gran. In which case, she must have also passed on her determination and love when I was born. I wonder if I'll be able to pour that same love into another person, Pour it into Miharu, Rinka! I shake my head to clear the thoughts away before I dive deeply into them. There's no point wading through them when none of the answers are here.
私の未練は
The same applies to this question. The reason I don't know my own regret is because I don't know myself well enough yet. I might be able to take pride in my own life once I learn my regret. But even if I don't make it through... No, scratch that. I know I want to make it through. Reading Keiko's letter has helped me to finally find the resolve I need.
自分が何者かわからないまま死ぬのは嫌だよ
Without fully understanding our love for Miharu! Should Keiko be eliminated tonight, I'll mail this letter the very next morning. That'll be my top priority. Once I make that decision, the day begins to wind down. To the dream world we go, to the next week of Divine Selection! There stands Alan, as emotionless as ever. It should go without saying, but this is the court of fate.
ごきげんよう運命の奴隷の皆様
Hello there, my lolly goddess Parka. A voice rings throughout the court, clear as a bell. Parka arrives to greet the participants, her innocent smile an ongoing deception.
この選定も今宵で3度目順調に進んでいた選定もそろそろ不協和音が響く頃でしょうか相変わらず君は思わしげなことを言うね本当は何も考えていないだけなんだろ
You tell her, Miharu!
あらそうだとしてあなた様に関係がありまして
Alan stares at numeral 2 as she talks with Parka. His gaze shifts between her and the girl beside her, numeral 1. Oh no, he's putting 2 and 2 together. He might realize that we know each other. He deduces that they are acquaintances, having noticed them conversing during the first night. Fuck! Okay. Yeah, we're in a lot more danger now. Numeral 2 has proven to be far more wary than he imagined, with little to show from his information hunt on her. Meanwhile, numeral 1 is willing to risk herself for the sake of another participant. Eliminating her should prove to be an easy task. He has no doubts about that, and yet he finds himself curious about her. She chose to stand in his way when he had Keiko cornered, for reasons unknown even to him. The fire in her eyes back then was so...
それでは今宵も選定を始めましょう
Well, I guess we're beginning. Alan's train of thought is interrupted by the goddess's announcement. Realizing that such thoughts are but a hindrance, he focuses instead on the matter at hand.
回れ運命の大時計よ
Revolve, O clock of fate! The clock's movements signal the beginning of the night's election process, and it starts with numeral 1. The goddess claims that one's position on the dial provides neither advantage nor disadvantage, but Alan disagrees. Should 2 participants elect the same person, one can earn priority by revealing a card about oneself. However, the higher your numeral, the easier it is to prevent that situation from occurring. The only reason to take such a risk is when one knows that the person they plan to elect is in possession of a card one needs. To that effect, as numeral 12, Alan feels that he has a significant advantage. Alan considers the idea that numeral 1 will opt to elect Keiko. Should she be in possession of all 3 of Keiko's cards, she could create a situation where both she and Alan elect Keiko. It would be a win-win situation for her, as it would result in either Keiko's survival or one of his personal cards being revealed. That's why he has no intention of electing Keiko should numeral 1 do so. Oh, the smart bastard! The risk of getting caught up in a simultaneous election far outweighs the benefit of gaining one of the cards Keiko possesses. He's well aware of his position within society, so he fully expects that Keiko has already discovered his name. It's likely that she revealed this information to numeral 1 as well. However, his name is the only thing she should have been able to find out about him. As such, should numeral 1 have to eliminate Keiko, she will gain no new information about him.
私は指名しません
Oh, come on, Rinka! You didn't think this through! It was literally spelled out for you! Numeral 1 passes on electing her. This comes as no surprise to Alan. In fact, the odds of this happening were far higher than the scenario he anticipated earlier. As the clock hand spins around, numeral 11, who had elected someone last time, passes as well. Well, it seems like Odette hasn't found any new information. Or did she? That woman happens to be the one he is most wary of. It's plain to see that she is a far cry from ordinary, not only due to that body of hers, but also because of her attitude. For instance, she blows him a kiss as the clock hand slows to a halt in front of him. This speaks volumes about her character. He mutters under his own breath, preventing anyone from hearing him.
あなた様はいかがですか?
僕は8番の女を指名する。
And there it goes. He states his intention with apathy. In the next moment, the platform he stands on rumbles and begins to ascend. Both his and Keiko's platforms rise to the upper stratum. The goddess appears before them there, her face contorted into a wry smile. Keiko's composure serves as a bit of surprise to Alan. It is hard to believe that she could be so composed after the despair she put on display when he obtained her name card. Much like Ro before her, he expected to hear some emotional wailing.
それでは指名をどうぞ。
This marks Alan's second time electing someone, so he is acquainted with the process. Once his cards have gathered in front of him, he only has to read out the relevant ones. But of all his current cards, those related to Ro have lost their glow.
稽古亀淵。死因は脳出血だ。
Her cards react as he reads them aloud.
未練は
ねえ、あなたにも親がいるでしょ。家族がいるでしょ。
Her question interrupts his process.
余計なことを話す。
And he's so apathetic.
私は脱落して元の死の部分に戻るけれど怖くはないわ。息子がいるもの。ほんのわずかな時間だったけれど名前はつけてあげられなかったけれどきっと強く育つわ。名前はその人の本質ではなくあくまで願望希望だもの。あなたにも名前をつけた両親がいるでしょう。ご両親のためにもせめて無関係な人を傷つけるのをやめてちょうだい。
両親のためにすでに死んだ親のために何かできるとでも。死んだら全てが終わり無だ。だから生きている人間はすべからく自分の目的を達成するために生きているべきだ。
Well, look who's the selfish asshole. Alan finds himself infuriated by Keiko's words. His face may remain emotionless, but his eyes scream another story.
自分のためにそして守るべきものを守るために僕は何だってする。無関係の人間を殺そう。無関係なところでどんな嘆きが生まれようが。
His tone is bitter. While her words have riled him up, he never allows his emotions to slip off his tongue. He feels that he's handled the situation in a controlled manner. However, Keiko offers him a smile before continuing.
あなた無理してるわね。
お前の未練は子供の名前だ。
He says this, cut her off. Next, the three cards whose contents he spoke aloud float away from him. Once they reach the middle of the Court of Fate, they come together to form a triangular shape. Once in formation, they begin to emit white light, one by one. Alan knows what comes next, so he closes his eyes and allows it to happen. Keiko! The event took place in an intensive care unit. A nurse carried a sleeping newborn over to its mother. Its voice, that of an angel, its existence the very concept of hope made flesh. One couldn't say for certain whether or not her final words were heard at all.
"名前は希望じゃない。人を縛る鎖だ。"
That's the reason why Alan prefers to take name cards from those he eliminates. Oh, I see. Something about being obsessed with names, huh? That's gonna be useful information later on, you bastard! He is fully aware that regret cards are the most difficult to obtain. Regardless, he believes with full sincerity that names chain their bearers down, that one can come to understand another by knowing their name. 1. Name. 3. Regret. 10. Cause of death. 12. Name.
やはり知られていたか。だが
Sticking to his beliefs, he's already decided which card to take. Fuck, he's gonna take our name. Well, shit.
Keiko-san.
Numeral 12 returns to the court having finished his election. He chose to take my name card. Of all the options he had, Alan Scorpion purposely took my name card. A bastard. Keiko likely had cause of death and regret cards as well, so he must have gone with me because he's already met me in person. I had the option of electing Keiko too. Had he still tried, I could have created a situation where either Keiko would survive or he would have to reveal one of his personal cards. Then why didn't you? If you knew that, why did you do it? Keiko already accepted her death and yet you let Alan take your name card. But I noticed an inherent flaw in the numeral system because of that. I can say for sure that he would never have elected her if I had done so.
君の名前を
Well, let's just say we kinda met in real life.
大丈夫。
Miharu glares at him. I'd likely do the same if he'd gone for her name. But I'm not glaring. I pierce him with my eyes instead. Not only do I already know his name, but we've already met. And he also knows the area I live in. Wait, he does? It was only a matter of time before he found out my name. To my own surprise, I'm not shaking. His presence is as imposing as ever, but I can now stare him dead in the eyes without issue. It's my way of telling him, bring it on, you motherfucker.
やはり似ているな。
I don't bother to ask what he means by that. What? Resemblance? Did you know anyone related to us? Ah, interesting. I can't say for sure whether or not he's shouldering a story of his own, but right now I have zero desire to exchange words with him.
それでは今宵の脱落者は1名。これをもって選定を終了といたしましょう。
Farewell once again, our lovely lolly goddess Parka. Shortly after, Parka brings an end to tonight's round. I wake up feeling refreshed. I must have gotten a good night's sleep for the first time in a while. Keiko has been eliminated, but I don't feel sad about it, just empty. My eyes wander over to my table. Both the letter I received from Keiko and the one I had written down are both there. However, when I get up and take a closer look at Keiko's letter, its contents have vanished. Oh no, Keiko. Well, Keiko has disappeared. Her actions during the divine selection as well as their effects have been erased. I next check my transcription of her letter and confirm that it remains intact. This proves that those eliminated will be remembered by other participants, but their actions at large will be undone. However...
世界は完全には変わらない。
What does that mean? The letter she gave me still being here proves that much. Had I been eliminated, chances are that my letter wouldn't have disappeared either, just what I had written on it. In other words, the goddess can't rewrite the world's events completely. Oh, so our lovely lolly goddess Parka isn't as powerful as she claims to be. Ooh, interesting. That might explain why Naomi has a faint recollection of the event that is supposed to have been undone. Speaking of Naomi, I'm curious to learn how much she remembers about Keiko. I can't bring myself to ask her though. I rather she remain as uninvolved as possible.
Miharu, Naomi.
I end up shouting their names without thinking. I can't help myself, considering the circumstances. I grit my teeth and rush to get ready for school. Well, Keiko's gone. Now we just have to worry about our own stuff because Indian guy is after us. I come across Naomi right as I arrive at the school gate. It's a bit awkward seeing her now after what happened last week. Regardless, I try to act as I usually would and say good morning to her.
おはようございます、先輩。私も今日から本格的に文化祭の準備を始めることにしました。看板とか装飾とか考えないといけませんし、もちろんみんなにコーヒーの入れ方も教えます。頼りないかもしれないですけど、頑張ります。
I believe in you, Naomi. Just keep yourself busy with the culture festival.
だから来月の文化祭には先輩も絶対来てくださいね。
If we survive!
もちろんだよ。
I notice a remarkable difference she's made between Saturday and now. She seems to have changed her hairstyle as well. Oh yeah, that's right! She has a cute side tail and she's not wearing her glasses.
そういえば、ナオミ、コンタクトにしたの？
はい、もともとコンタクトにしようって思ってましたので、メガネ割れちゃったのが 偶然いいきっかけになりました。
10 out of 10, Naomi. You look absolutely adorable. After that exchange, we both make our way into the building separately. I can tell she's tiptoeing around what happened last week. Something else is on my mind all throughout the day at school. Has Keiko's son been born following her elimination? Yeah, well, supposedly he would have been born. She died after the birth. That's why I make my way to the hospital, figuring they will at least tell me that much. As it turns out, he has indeed been born, but at the same time, they inform me that Keiko passed away 3 weeks ago. With that knowledge gained, I take a seat in the lounge to collect myself. It's not easy to deal with learning that someone's died. When I sit down, a man wearing a suit and carrying a baby passes by. He must have gotten it examined. Are you Keiko's husband? Turns out it's Keiko's husband. I've never spoken to him before, but I summon the courage to do so now. I don't want to keep him for too long, so the conversation only lasts around 5 minutes. His mother lives close by, he claims, so she's currently taking care of the baby. He left work early today since it needed an examination though. He said he wants to do as much for the baby as he can. I was worried considering that Keiko had said that her mother-in-law wanting to give the baby a more trendy name, but she actually sounds like a nice lady. The baby's name, however, really takes me by surprise. Kamebuchi Haruki. Oh, the baby was still named that even though we haven't sent them the letter. Through some miracle, he's ended up being given the name that Keiko wanted him to have. Keiko must have told her husband about the reason behind her naming choice while she was still alive. The cane Keiko represents a type of olive plant in China, as well as Japan's katsura trees. Her name is in reference to how pleasant smells are associated with sincerity. Not only that, but also because her parents wanted her to be as healthy and sturdy as a katsura tree. Having remembered that after Keiko's death, her husband told his mother that he wanted to decide on the baby's name himself. He wanted to give the child a name linked to trees like his mother, but couldn't think of anything appropriate. Because he wanted his son to be straightforward and earnest, he decided to use a kanji for tree and then added Haru at the beginning, since the child was born in spring, thus Haruki. I think back to what Keiko had written in her letter.
私はカツラの木のように健康で丈夫ではいられなかったけれど、そうありたいと願い続けていました。
Well, that's very serendipitous. Everything turned out fine in the end, aside from the fact that Keiko died.
名前は親から子に与える願いであり、希望です。
I make my way back to Lionhouse once our conversation ends. I can't sit and twiddle my thumbs anymore. From here on out, I need to act with dignity. Why? Because the Indian guy is now after us. Fuck.